He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
This one's wife. American Riviera Orchard. Open for business. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Last month, this one's wife dumped on the world American Riviera Orchard. Now, when it comes to starting a new business, a new organisation, or launching a new service or product, there are lots of different ways that this can be done. Somebody, for instance, might open a cake shop in a small town. Therefore, they post on their social media page that they're doing so. They create a specific social media page for the new cake shop. They ask friends and family to spread news of its opening. They may take out some advertisements in the local press. They might organise for there to be a grand opening day where everybody gets a free cupcake that turns up, in the expectation that they'll also spend some money, enjoy the products and become repeat customers. They might organise with the local newspaper that they pop down and do a little report on it and take some photographs so that it gets in the press. There might be interest perhaps from regional news also. In other instances, multinationals launch a new product. The great and the good are invited to a glitzy ceremony with sound and light displays, giveaways. Suitable trade press are in attendance. There might have been a drip feed of information, cultivating interest. An air of mystery surrounding what this latest product is, the latest game that's going to be launched. Dependent upon budget, reach, and the nature of the product, there are so many different ways that a launch can take place. But of course, ultimately the aim is to get people's attention so that they understand the product exists and that they might well be minded to want it and buy it. The concept of itself isn't a difficult one. You're launching something, you want the world to know about it. And dependent upon your expertise and your budget, you're going to be able to let the world know in varying degrees. This one's wife has the advantage of being globally infamous. She also has wealth. She has access to advisors, not that she actually listens to them. And we have seen two fascinating aspects of this launch, which of course are directly linked to her narcissism by virtue of this. As launches goes, it's cack-handed, hilarious, and useless. Secondly, her unpopularity is so significant it has resulted in a host of collateral consequences. Let's examine the first aspect, that it is a cack-handed launch. First of all, you can't buy anything from American Orchard, or rather Riviera Orchard. When it was launched, there was an Instagram page. You got to see a video which showed this one's wife floating about in the kitchen and then arsing around in a ball gown. People thought it seemed like some kind of gothic horror and were left scratching their heads as to what the fuck does this all mean? There's no website, really. AmericanRivieraOrchard.com is just a landing page where you're invited to offer up your email address. You can't buy anything, you can't read anything, you can't see what the forthcoming products are. Some investigative sorts learned from the application that was made at the patent office that there would be things such as candles and scents and jams and jellies and cloths and so on, general cookware and homework being sold, and this was reported on. Time passed, you still couldn't buy anything, you still couldn't read anything about it. And of course, in the interim, rather than the world go, ooh, this is exciting, how mysterious, can't wait until we are able to buy the products, people spent their time laughing at the logo, ridiculing the name, dissing the launch, taking the piss out of the video. The air of mystery and expectation that this one's wife expected didn't form. Instead, people were not only underwhelmed, they found it amusing and entertaining. In order to continue to generate interest in her forthcoming lifestyle brand, we then had the jam rollout. And instead of people saying, that looks really tasty, I think I'll buy some jam, most people have spent the time asking questions such as, has she actually made it? Or has somebody else done so? Why is it sent in a bowl of lemons? She won't have made this, she's too lazy. It doesn't look that tasty. It looks rather insipid. Why is somebody saying that they're obsessed about the jam when they haven't even opened it? Once again, because of her unpopularity, rather than people be excited and welcoming the product and the launch, they question it. And there's plenty to question. She launched this half-baked in order to overshadow the Diana Legacy Awards. She has form for trying to upstage others, and as a narcissist, that is a common behaviour. She hasn't even got a CEO yet for the organisation, but apparently this has been a year in the making. Well, she must have been operating on a 1 hour a week basis, similar to Archwell, given the uselessness of what we've seen so far. Thus, the launch has not only been underwhelming, but has been a great source of ridicule and, of course, the provision of further material for a variety of commentators, both across social media and mainstream media. The second point is that it has reinforced just how unpopular this woman is. She's created American Riviera Orchard.com. Shortly thereafter, there was an American Riviera Orchard.uk, which enabled you to make donations to the Trussell Trust. This has resulted in some £10,000 having been donated to them, with many people in the comments section addressing their concern for Charles and for Princess Catherine. This will infuriate this one's wife. Not only has her domain name been hijacked, but it's been hijacked to divert money elsewhere, highlighting the lack of charity associated with her own endeavours, and it's full of good wishes towards the nemesis. Furthermore, as a reaction to this one's wife's jam rollout, sales of Highgrove Jam, King Charles's charitable outlet, have resulted in strawberry jam no longer being available because it's sold out. Another own goal for this one's wife, a collateral consequence which causes further wounding for her. Another set individual or organisation created American Riviera Orchard.ca, where you can start fundraising and explaining that the site is actually nothing to do with this one's wife. Again, this one's wife's domain name has been hijacked for the purposes of charitable activity. But now it would appear that she's galvanized into action and has caused American Riviera Orchard to now be open for business, because there is an American Riviera Orchard.myshopify.com where you can actually make purchases. Actually, it looks like it's another piss take. And as she sits around twiddling her thumbs, failing to open this enterprise, failing to operate in any way which would cause sales to be made, instead arsing about sending out pots of jam to her mates, people are spending their time taking the piss out of what she's doing. I can honestly not recall a launch of any other site that has suffered this level of piss-taking and ridicule. And that just goes to demonstrate how disliked this one's wife is and how she is seen as fair game for ridicule. She has brought this on herself because of her preposterous behaviours, which are driven by her narcissism. Yes, there'll be some sugars bleating, "This is bullying," but the rest of the world will be laughing and saying, "You deserve this because of the way that you've behaved. You deserve this because of the way that you've treated people. You deserve this because you're a self-absorbed narcissist." As you'll have been seen floating across the screen, there are screenshots of what this new Shopify American Riviera Orchard site is. The main page states American Riviera Orchard, ARO, and it's trademarked apparently. And you can obtain a variety of things. For instance, if you were so minded, you can purchase Royal Wealth Rain Glam Savings Edition, which apparently is a digital download. Introducing Royal Wealth Rain Glam Savings Edition, your premier destination for digital downloads tailored to elevate your financial journey with a touch of glamour. Dive into our curated collection of digital resources designed to empower women in their pursuit of financial independence. This exclusive edition includes 3 luxurious saving sheets, meticulously crafted to infuse sophistication into your wealth management routine. Reign over your finances with confidence and style, exclusively with Royal Wealth Rain Glam Savings Edition. Well, quite the piss take there. You can also obtain Royal Wealth Rain Empowering Women's Financial Sovereignty for $19.99. Introducing Royal Wealth Rain, your majestic financial planner digital download designed exclusively for women seeking financial sovereignty. With Royal Wealth Rain, embark on a journey towards regal financial empowerment. Crafted with meticulous attention to detail, this planner features comprehensive budgeting tools, including sections for fixed expenses and variable expenditures. Plan your financial future with confidence using our customizable budgeting pages, tailored to accommodate your unique financial goals and aspirations. Reign over your finances like royalty with Royal Wealth Rain, your trusted companion on the path to financial sovereignty. Oh, what larks! And then, working class royalty, the crowned women of everyday majesty. Unveil the hidden royalty in everyday life with our working class royalty colouring pages. This captivating collection celebrates the strength and grace of women from all walks of life, blending the regal allure of royalty with the resilience of the working class. Explore 5 enchanting scenes that honour the majesty found in everyday moments. Let your creativity reign as you add colour to these empowering illustrations, reminding us all that every woman is a queen in her own right. That's $9.99 and apparently is sold out. That the opportunity to purchase a colouring book is at the moment denied to you. And of course, it's a clear piss take of this one's wife. As you scroll through the site, you can see that there's July the 4th, 1776. In America, we do not recognize a royal title by someone's name. In America, we believe all are created equal. A royal title, therefore, has no significance. That is why the Royal Wealth Rain TM line was established to recognize and celebrate the working class who are the true heart of our country, from sea to shining sea. It then ridicules the top 1%. It tells us that student loans are a predatory lending strategy, that 2024 will be the end of manufactured celebrity. It references Monty's shit show and gives you the total count of homeless individuals in Santa Barbara County. It tells you the American dream doesn't exist, that in 1974 women were allowed to have a credit card in their name. It talks about the gender wage gap. Clearly, again directed at this one's wife, there is another thumbnail that's created stating food for thought. Do something charitable without being photographed. The whole thing is a complete piss take of the behaviour of this one's wife, referencing her hypocrisy, the way that she floats around believing that she is something special, and how in the United States royalty isn't recognised. But for someone to spend the time to create this, Again, hijacking American Riviera Orchard, and this time doing it as a My Shopify outlet, demonstrates the level of disdain and dislike that so many people have for this one's wife. As I mentioned earlier, I can't think of any other launch that not only has been so cack-handed as this one, but then has resulted in so much criticism and ridicule, not just in commentary, but by way of reaction, of people buying King Charles's products instead, of people donating to charities, directed there off the back of domain names associated with American Riviera Orchard. And now another side, which would give you the initial impression that she was actually open for business, but once you look deeper, you'll realise that it takes all of the things in relation to this one's wife concerning her wealth and status and cocks a snook at them. This one's wife is ridiculed once again. I told you American Riviera Orchard was her downfall, and it's proving to be the case. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.